Wow, look at everything that I've learned and taken notes on in the last few weeks. This is wild. I cannot wait to share with you guys everything that I'm learning. That's a lot. All right, so hi everybody. My name is Mia. Welcome to my channel where I help you become the very best version of yourself. We are deep into the Esteem series, so let's get going. Today I want to talk about comparison because comparison really does kill the self-esteem. We all know this, so why do we still do it? Well, let's think of it this way. A lot of the times when we're comparing ourselves to others, it's not even on a conscious level. We're doing it with our subconscious. And if you followed me on any of my videos before, then you know your subconscious was built before the age of 7. So basically what you're doing is as you're scrolling through social media, you need to become hyper aware of your thoughts. So when you see that super attractive woman, make sure you remind yourself that you're attractive too. When you see that big, bad, buff, tough guy that you want to be at the gym, make sure you remind yourself that you're working on yourself and that you are doing just fine in your progress. We have to be really aware of our thoughts because the more limiting thoughts that we accumulate and the more that we compare ourselves to other people, the less sure of ourselves that we become. So think of it this way. Your power. Your power is your thoughts, your drive, your time, your capacity, your strength, your passion. Your power is things that only belong to you. Every time you compare yourself to another person, another situation, whether it's I'm never going to be happy like this couple that I'm seeing online, or I'm never going to reach this goal, or blah, 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 you are physically giving away your power. So this whole video is about bringing that power back to you, keeping it, and then building on it so that you can become a better person. So 2 things come to my mind when we think of self-esteem. 1, we have a deep-seated feeling that we are not where we are supposed to be in life. Society tends to project all of these false preferences on where you should be at whatever time in your life and why. Honestly, take a few steps backwards and think to yourself, you are already way better than you were even just a couple years ago. I'm sure you've learned more. I'm sure you've grown more. I'm sure that you're reaching your goals in little baby ways. So we have to stop doing this to ourselves. Tomorrow is not promised. So for me to sit here and worry about where I'm supposed to be right now, or that it's going to take me 5 years to get somewhere, that's not doing myself any favors. So we have to stop wondering where we're supposed to be in life and start just being appreciative and happy that you're alive today and now. Focus on the moment. Quit tripping about the future. Or 2, we are not 100% within our own identity. There may be a small percentage of us, if you want to give it a number, be like, okay, there's 90% of me that is completely secure and comfortable in my own skin, but that 10% is really detrimental. It's time to focus in on that percentage and figure out why we feel that way or why we're not 100% secure in that area of our lives. And this can be in your personal affairs, this can be in your professional affairs, whatever it is. If you're not 100% secure in your own identity, then you're not where you need to be yet, but these are things that we can work on through this channel and together. So this whole, I don't really know who I am in this area of my life, just understand that this is not something that you should be shameful of or that you should be blaming yourself for. This is your area of opportunity to learn and grow. So figure out where it is in your own identity that you're unsure of, and then start doing the research and the studies and figure out where you can go or what you can do next to fill that percentage. So we talked about power, and now I want to get a little bit more into the reflection. It's okay to reflect on why a person makes you feel a little more insecure. It's okay to compare yourself if you're going to have the outcome that I'm going to do the comparison, but then I'm going to critically think why I shouldn't compare myself, and then I'm going to better myself in that area. If all you're doing is reflecting and comparing and then just moving on, your brain is going to start building habits of doing just that, and it's not going to help you in the long run. You need to start reflecting and thinking critically why you're comparing yourself to this person, why you shouldn't be comparing yourself to them, and then let that blossom into an area of this is how I'm not going to compare myself to them anymore. That is what this video is about. So figure out who you're comparing yourself to, why you're comparing yourself to them, and then start building and moving on. So for me, we're going to talk about my speech. I do have a speech impediment. I like to stutter my way through sentences, and I'm not fully secure when it comes time to speak in front of other people. This is something that I'm working on with my fears of rejection and things like that. So what I'm going to do in this critical thinking process, I'm going to write down in a notebook, I am not a good speaker. And then I'm going to write down 3 reasons to counteract that so that I can tell myself why I'm a good speaker. So it might look something like, you know what? I'm a good speaker because of my ability to make people laugh and smile. I'm a good speaker because I'm so relatable. I make it so easy for people to just meet me halfway and so that we can learn and grow from one another. I'm a good speaker because I have the confidence in myself that I'm going to leave that stage knowing that I left a mark on someone, somehow, some way. So it's things like that. So figure out in your life 10 things that you are insecure about, write them down. For each of those things, give yourself 3 reasons to counteract those insecurities, okay? This is going to start rewiring your brain to not only think critically, but it's going to start making you trust yourself and your judgment. It's going to start building your self-esteem from its core. Because remember, your self-esteem is your sense of self. It's those beliefs, it's those values that we built as babies that we're taking into our adult lives. So stop with the comparison. You're doing just fine in life. The only person who's being hyper hard on yourself is you. Nobody is genuinely nitpicking your life on where you should be. And if they are, it's going to be some sort of parent or whatever, but understand that they have their own insecurities. And if they're projecting onto you that you should be somewhere in life, it's because they themselves didn't feel like they ever got there, or they had their own limiting beliefs that they never became what they wanted to be. So ditch all of that, baby. This is about you and your journey. Be happy with where you are in life. Figure out your areas that you need to grow. Ditch your insecurities at their core. Have a blessed day.